Sports Programming Network.
1 year ago, the Crimson Tide of Alabama were leading the Southeastern Conference, heading for the Sugar Bowl and a possible national championship, when Mississippi State upset them. Today, a chance for revenge. Or will Mississippi State do the unexpected again, beat Alabama again? That's what we shall find out, as from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, ESPN presents College Football 81. From Tuscaloosa, Alabama, it's College Football 81 on ESPN. Today, the Crimson Tide of Alabama meets the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Today's telecast is being brought to you by Owens-Corning Fiberglas Corporation, makers of Owens-Corning Pink Fiberglass Insulation. And by Timex, timekeeper to ESPN. Timex, we make technology beautiful.
There's only one car rental company in the world, big enough and good enough to be #1 for everyone. Hertz.
Who else guarantees your final rental charges in advance, like this?
And lets you go right from your plane to your car without stopping at the rental counter.
And they never charge for mileage, no matter where you rent the car or where you return it.
Whatever you need in a car rental company, there's still only one company you'll ever need.
Hertz is #1 for everyone.
There's a fine white wine that's great with America's favorite foods. Crisp, light, delightfully dry. Its European charm goes with seafood and Sausalito or Texas beef. New Orleans Creole or Southern fried. Blue Nun, the delicious imported premium white wine.
Blue Nun goes anytime, any place with anything. Blue Nun goes everywhere. Blue Nun.
This is ESPN, the Entertainment and Sports Programming Network.
Hello everybody, I'm Rhonda Glenn with the ESPN Update, brought to you by Campbell's Chunky Soup. Big day in the NFL and a full slate of games, so right away let's go to the NFL scoreboard. First of all, Atlanta over New Orleans as Steve Bartkowski and Alfred Jenkins connected on 3 touchdown passes. Final score, Atlanta 41, New Orleans 10. The Miami Dolphins defeated the Colts 27-10, and the Dolphins remain atop the AFC East. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers over Chicago 20-10. Buffalo defeated Cleveland 22-13, and the Cincinnati Bengals overtook Houston 34-21. The Bengals now have first spot alone in the AFC Central because the Pittsburgh Steelers lost. We'll get to that in a moment. And in the Battle of New York City, it was the Jets swamping the Giants 26-7. San Francisco 49ers over Pittsburgh 17-14, and so the 49ers have now won 6 straight. The Steelers dropped to 5-4 on the season and out of that tie for first with the Bengals. And also Green Bay over Seattle 34-24. Quarterback David Whitehurst, playing for the injured Lynn Dickey, threw 3 touchdown passes to help the Pack win that one over the Seahawks. We'll be back in just a moment after this word from Chunky Soup.
Folks just can't figure out Campbell's Chunky Sirloin Burger. On the one hand, it's soup, so the feller can eat it with a spoon. On the other hand, it's got all these tasty little burgers made of real sirloin that a feller can eat with a fork. So is it a soup or is it a meal? Heck, that's easy. Chunky's the soup. It eats like a meal.
Chunky sirloin burger with real sirloin. It's the soup that eats like a meal.
Well, in the NFC East, the big rivalry between the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles. Dallas coming out on top, but just barely. It was 17-14, and so now these two teams are both at 7-2 on the year, and they are tied for the top spot in the NFC East. The Los Angeles Rams beat Detroit 20-13. Wendell Tyler scored twice for L.A. despite his sore knee, so the Rams go to 5-4 on the year, and the Lions drop to 4-5. San Diego Chargers barely edge Kansas City 22-20 is the final. Oakland over New England 27-17, so the Patriots now drop to 2-7 on the season. Washington defeated St. Louis 42-21. The Monday night game this week, the matchup is between Minnesota and the Denver Broncos. That game coming up tomorrow night. All right, right now let's return to collegiate football, and this time it's a good game between Mississippi State and Alabama. The score is 7-3. Mississippi State leading after the first quarter. SportsCenter will follow this game at approximately 11:10. So now we go back to Jim Simpson and Bud Wilkinson.
This ESPN SportsCenter update has been brought to you by Campbell's Chunky Soup. Chunky is so full of chunks of meat and vegetables, it's the soup that eats like a meal.
Here's a very good reason to visit the Varsity Shop. Traditional all-cotton button-down collar shirts in solid stripes, plaids, and from your favorite shirt makers. Here's another good reason to visit the Varsity Shop. Corbin dress slacks in natural fibers and natural colors. And here's several good reasons to visit the Varsity Shop. Traditional clothing, shoes, and furnishings of every sort. Personal service and superb fittings. The Varsity Shop, 112 Euclid Avenue, Crestline Village.
He risks it all this Wednesday on ABC. The Fall Guy, starring Lee Majors with Douglas Barr, Heather Thomas, and Joanne Fluke. The Fall Guy, this Wednesday, 9 p.m., 8 Central on ABC, from 20th Century Fox, where television never looked better.
The 1980 Winter Olympics. Hockey team captain Mike Ruzioni helped clinch the gold for the U.S.
I'm Mike Ruzioni, the artist. Budweiser asked me to paint with these to help raise funds for America's Olympic athletes. Now you can own my painting and help our athletes train for 84. After all, there are a lot of Picassos. There's only one, Ruzioni.
Call 1-800-325-1488 for more information.
These babies cost over $300,000, and quarries are tough on their engines. So Fram designed a special double air filter to protect them. Now we've designed a double filter for cars. It's the Fram Extra Life. Inside a normal filter, outside an extra filter. It lasts 50% longer than our old Fram filter, but it doesn't cost any more. So why not get one to protect your car? It may not have cost you $300,000, but it's still a big investment.
What's happened to service in America? The dictionary says it's the performance of labor for the benefit of another. But Avis says it in 3 words. We try harder, right? It means honoring reservations, giving you their best rates, checking their cars for safety and comfort. You see, Avis believes that you should get good service simply because you paid for it. Trying harder is still the best way to do business.
We really asked for it. Question, why do you read U.S. News and World Report?
There isn't another magazine that tells me so much, so fast.
U.S. News doesn't give you both sides of the issues. It gives you all sides.
It helps me understand how the news affects my family, my business, and my finances.
What do you mean, why do I read U.S. News? Doesn't everybody? Well, maybe not everybody, but over 8 million people have made our magazine their magazine. Why? Because U.S. News brings you factual reporting that's clearly written, analysis that's clearly labeled, and more interviews with important figures in the news than any other magazine in the world.
Reading an interview with Ronald Reagan is like having him talk right to me. Like having him tell me what he thinks about a big issue.
U.S. News? It's a magazine that respects your intelligence.
Just in recent months, U.S. News dealt with such questions as how homeowners can save on energy, how to survive inflation, the Cold War's impact on business, taxes, and prices. And every issue of U.S. News includes 5 valuable newsletters. Tomorrow, Worldgram, World Business, U.S. Business, and news you can use in your personal planning to help you save money, protect your investments, and cut your taxes. Unbiased reporting makes U.S. News invaluable. And now you can get it at a price that makes it a better-than-ever value.
Imagine U.S. News and World Report for less than 46 cents an issue. That's right, order now and you can get 26 issues for only $11.87. Take advantage of a money-saving offer from U.S. News and World Report. Call 1-800-621-5800. Get 26 weeks for only $11.87 and save 23% off the regular subscription price. That's less than 46 cents a week. Call toll-free 1-800-621-5800 for U.S. News and World Report for only $11.87. You'll be billed later.
This halftime scoreboard show is brought to you by the investment firm of Smith Barney. They make money the old-fashioned way. They earn it.
Hello, everybody. I'm Rhonda Glenn, and welcome to the Smith Barney Scoreboard Show. Lots of action in the NFL today, and right now, let's go directly to that scoreboard and see who won. First of all, Dallas in a big win in the NFC East over Philadelphia, 17-14. San Francisco, 7 in a row now with a 17-14 victory over Pittsburgh. Atlanta just killed New Orleans, 41-10. Los Angeles beat the Lions, 20-13. Elsewhere around the NFL, the New York Jets in the Battle of New York City defeating the Giants, 26-7. Miami Dolphins over the Colts, 27-10. And the Cincinnati Bengals stay atop their division with a 34-21 win over the Oilers. The Buffalo team is defeating Cleveland 22-13. That is a final score. Elsewhere in the NFL, San Diego over Kansas City 22-20 in a close one, and Green Bay defeated Seattle 34-24. Oakland over New England 27-17. Washington beat St. Louis 42-21. And Tampa Bay beat Chicago 20-10. The Monday night matchup is going to have Minnesota at Denver, so that should be a good one. We'll be back with news from the National Hockey League after this word from Smith Barney.
For the investment firm of Smith Barney.
Old-fashioned Smith Barney. Not something out of Dickens, no green eye shades and long ledgers here. Today, computers do the paperwork, the old-fashioned part. The real work of creating a sound investment program is still done up here. Smith Barney. They make money the old-fashioned way. They earn it.
Holiday Inn.
Welcome to our people-pleasing places.
That the Holiday Inn East, the Holiday Inn West, the Midtown.
The one by United Industries.
The one by the headquarters or the plant?
The headquarters.
We offer you a choice of the most popular locations.
You need 3 hands.
You're right.
People-pleasing locations.
The airport, the one by Holiday Inn North or Holiday Inn South.
Is #1 in people-pleasing.
5 games underway tonight in the National Hockey League. Let's check those scores. First of all, Detroit with a 3-1 lead over Vancouver. That game is in the 3rd period. The Boston Bruins now leading the Hartford Whalers 4-1 in the 3rd. Buffalo 5-1, that's in the 3rd over Philadelphia. New York Rangers with a 3-2 lead over Calgary in the 3rd period. And Toronto is playing Chicago, and Chicago has taken a 2-0 lead at the end of the 1st period. We'll be going back to the second half of this Alabama-Mississippi State game. It's tied up 10-10. Jim Simpson and Bud Wilkinson on hand to call the play-by-play, and then SportsCenter will immediately follow the game. It should be at around 11:10 p.m. Eastern Time. That's the ESPN Smith Barney update. I'm Rhonda Glenn. This scoreboard show has been brought to you by the investment firm of Smith Barney. They make money the old-fashioned way. They earn it.
John Houseman for the investment firm of Smith Barney.
Whatever happened to that old-fashioned American work ethic? Some people still have it. The investment firm of Smith Barney has it. They know how much digging it takes to uncover one good stock, one good bond, and that's why they're among a handful of top investment firms singled out for their work in research. Smith Barney. They make money the old-fashioned way. They earn it.
Magnavox makes complexity disappear.
Magnavox makes entering the world of videotape easy. See your Magnavox dealer for this free, informative booklet. It will make it easier to buy the videotape equipment that's right for you. Magnavox makes entering the world of videotaping easy. Magnavox. The brightest ideas in the world are here. Today.
Playboy, the one magazine that brings it all together for you each month. Playboy reflects your appreciation of the total good life. It reflects your good taste in fashion, fun, fiction, and fact. You get first-rate reviews of books, movies, and television shows. Playboy puts you where the action is, in sports, in music, and on the set. Playboy's advisor column lets you share the personal experiences and candid opinions of others, while Playboy's lifestyle pages are packed with insights and tips on how to get the most out of your life. Each month, the Playboy interview uncovers the real person behind the personality. And Playboy's pictorials are often newsmakers in themselves. Every month, Playboy discovers and presents the world's most beautiful women. For the man who wants it all, Playboy brings it all together. Issue after issue after issue. As a subscriber, you're sure to enjoy Playboy each and every month. And right now, you can get 12 big, beautiful issues delivered to you at half the newsstand price. Subscribe to Playboy and start enjoying life to its fullest. To order your subscription, here's all you do.
Just phone toll-free 1-800-621-0660. Call now and get 12 issues of Playboy for only $15.50. You save $15.50 off the $31 newsstand price. Act now. Phone toll-free 1-800-621-0660. That's toll-free 1-800-621-0660.
Gray flannel suits any man. Gray Flannel Cologne by Jeffrey Bean.
There's a fine white wine that goes with everything, from fish fillet to beef fillet, from cheese to hors d'oeuvres to pâté. Crisp, light, delightfully dry, with a European charm that's always right. Blue Nun, the delicious imported premium white wine.
Blue Nun goes anytime, any place with anything. Blue Nun goes everywhere. Blue Nun.
Dinettes, the ultimate in high-quality dinettes, bar stools, and accessories. Get the quality you never thought you could afford. Choose the table you like, then walk through our large inventory and select the chairs that suit you. Thousands of combinations. At Fashion Dinettes, you can design your own dinette, or our decorators can design just the right set for you. Quality and selection. Fashion Dinettes. Eastlake, Vestavia, Eastwood Plaza.
On and on.
We'd like to show you all the places pink Owens-Corning fiberglass insulation can save you money. First, the attic. Good. Then, the walls. And how about that unheated crawl space? And don't forget the garage. Great. Put your house in the pink. Get pink fiberglass insulation from Owens-Corning today.
When you move around as fast as I do, you need somebody to keep you on top of things. So I listen to WERC AM 960. They got the best music, they have the latest news, and weeknights at 6 p.m. they have Calling All Sports with Eli Gold.
And on Calling All Sports, we'll have one of NASCAR's greatest superstars, Neil Bonnet.
Superstar,
He'll be
huh?
here, so don't miss it. That's upcoming Tuesday.
Wouldn't miss it for the world, Eli.
WERC, News Plus AM 960.
This ESPN SportsCenter update is being brought to you by American Express Traveler's Cheques.
Hello, everybody. I'm Rhonda Glenn with the American Express update. Well, before today's game, the Philadelphia Eagles were leading in the NFC East with a one-game advantage over the Dallas Cowboys. And then they met the Cowboys in Philadelphia. The final score on that one, Dallas 17 and the Eagles 14. So now these two teams are tied for first in the NFC East, each with a 7-2 record. The San Francisco 49ers win their sixth straight with a 17-14 win over the Steelers. The Steelers are now 5-4 on the season. Atlanta with a 41-10 win over the Saints. Steve Bartkowski and Alfred Jenkins connected on 3 touchdown passes. And for the Los Angeles Rams, Wendell Tyler scored twice. The Rams go to a 5-4 record as they beat the Lions 20-13. The Lions are now reversed that, 4-5. The New York Jets with a 26-7 win over the Giants as the Giants quarterback Phil Simms was sacked 9 times. The Giants' 3-game winning streak comes to an end. The Miami Dolphins over Baltimore 27-10. So the Dolphins remain atop the AFC East. The Cincinnati Bengals with a 34-21 win over the Oilers. The Bengals are leading in the AFC Central, all alone now since the Steelers lost. Buffalo beat Cleveland 22-13, and Joe Ferguson connected on 3 touchdown passes to Joe Cribbs for Buffalo. We'll be back in just a moment with the rest of the NFL scores after this word from American Express.
I gotta get to a phone. Honey, take the kids and get on the plane.
We'll stay right here.
We're gonna make this vacation.
Come on.
14, now boarding through gate 5.
American Express Refund Center.
We lost our traveler's checks.
Don't run.
They were gone.
Where did you purchase your checks?
Where's Dad?
That's it? A full refund? Thanks.
The majority of people who call American Express have a full refund approved within 12 minutes. So ask for American Express by name.
Looking for someone?
The San Diego Chargers won a close one from Kansas City 22-20. Green Bay beat Seattle 34-24. Oakland over the Pats 27-17. Washington beat the Cardinals 42-21. Tampa Bay beating the Bears 20-10. And the Monday night matchup will have the Minnesota Vikings to meet the Broncos in Denver. Right now we go back to fourth quarter action in the Alabama-Mississippi State game. It's all tied up at 10 at the end of 3. SportsCenter follows that game, so stay tuned.
This ESPN SportsCenter update has been brought to you by American Express Traveler's Cheques.
This Bud's for the people who make the tough jobs all part of a day's work.
This Bud's for you. For all you do, the king of beers is coming through.
Yeah, just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do.
This Bud's for you.
Vitalis says it's true. A man has to keep himself under control.
4,000 feet, 3,000 feet, 2,000 feet.
But I'm under control. After you dry and style your hair, use the Vitalis pump for a terrific natural look you can keep under control just the way you want all day long.
My horse in the 5th finished first in the 6th. But I'm under control.
Who says it's true? Vitalis says it's true. A man has to keep himself under control. I'm under control.
Good service isn't giving people what they expect. No, it's giving them more than they expect. Avis knows that. So when you make a reservation, Avis makes a commitment, and they honor it.
Morgan?
See, even if you're 6 hours late. Now, you might be willing to pay a little more for this service, but at Avis, you don't have to. Trying harder is still the best way to do business.
Inside Sports, America's fastest growing sports magazine. A magazine designed to cover a side of sports no one else is covering. The inside.
Have you ever wondered why a 6'8", 280-pound lineman who can lift the front end of a Rolls doesn't survive in the NFL? And why a nearsighted free safety with gimpy knees does? The answer just might be that one can read keys and the other can't.
Inside Sports is the only major sports publication which offers writers the time to probe beneath the surface and the space to report fully on what they uncover.
For example, my piece on George Allen, the winning coach no one would hire.
George Allen. Some say his fear of losing even one season is why he could never lay the foundation for a Super Bowl winner. Inside Sports, a magazine that covers the inside story. Find out why so many NFL teams are flying their kickers to Ray Pelfrey, the punting man's guru. Meet the real Al Davis, who's not as bad as he thinks he is. Meet Nelson Skalbania and find out how and why he's been luring NFL stars to Canada. Visit with Georgia's Herschel Walker and find out why he may be the best running back ever.
For many of us, pro football teams make two scores every week. The one that wins and the one that covers. I'll be covering that spread every month in Inside Sports.
As an introductory offer, receive 12 issues of Inside Sports, a $24 newsstand value for only $18, a solid 25% savings. Call now, and as a special bonus with your paid subscription, receive this transistor sound design portable radio free. Listen to your favorite play-by-play announcer while you're at the game or just thinking about it. Our operators are standing by. Call now, toll-free, 1-800-453-9000. We'll send you 12 great issues of Inside Sports for only $18. And as a bonus with your paid subscription, you'll get this transistor sound design portable radio free. For fastest delivery, use your major credit card. That's 1-800-453-9000. The call is free and so is the radio. That's 1-800-453-9000.